Alright, this is Calibos and we're playing Beyond the Skies. So, you'll have noticed there's a distinct lack of trees. I am done with tree farming. Let me show you what we've arranged. These are bonsais. Specifically, these are hopping bonsai pots. They're very simple to make. So, hopping bonsai pot is simply a regular bonsai pot over a hopper. And bonsai pot is a brick, 5 bricks specifically, in the shape of a boat or a minecart. It's very cool. I love these things. They appear to have been nerfed just slightly, so they're not quite as effective as they were. But I'm not really worried about it because all 3 of these trees are producing oak wood. They produce, I'm getting apples, I'm getting string, I'm getting whatever. I simply had to right-click a piece of dirt into them, and then the sapling, and they go. They will work for a lot of things, really. Any tree. So if we get slime trees, we can make, I don't know if we can make a slime sapling. Slime sapling. Well, we could probably craft one at some point. So a cactus needle and some sandstone. These are all things that we can accomplish. So let's see if we've got sand. Sand. So I don't remember which pack it was, but there, cactus seed. There's totally a pack where, ta-da, so I've got a couple of these. Now I'm doing this because the there's actually a really, there it is, infusion stone. So this infusion stone's amazing. There's a bunch of different recipes that we can do with it. And what it is this designates how many hearts that it uses. This designates the basically your primary resource. So if I take 10 cactus needles, I hold them in my offhand. See how it's got the little shield symbol here? Hold this in my right hand and I click it on a cactus fruit on a needle. It'll cost me 5 hearts and then I'll get an acacia sapling. So then if I get 4 apples and then I click it on pretty much any sapling, it gives me an oak sapling. And in this one you can get the apples by, where is it? By taking sugar on hay bales, and you'd have to do that a couple of times. And then you'd get the sugar by getting, sugar cane. I think you can, come on, give me that, sugar cane. And then you would use that on pumpkins and melons and stuff like that. There's this whole complicated way of basically starting that pack, but it's surprisingly cool. So you can actually make extra cactus. Cactus. So with this, if I take 6 of these needles and I've got 15, so we'll actually do this. Check this out. Boom. Cost me a bunch of hearts, and now I have 3 cacti. And some more. And you're like, that sounds terrible, actually. But with the cactus, you could make the cactus juice. There was a way to make a cactus knife. So if I do this, it makes a cactus knife. And boom, I get cactus fruit. Now, these cactus fruit are actually amazing. So if you'll notice, I have regen really fast. It was designed that you'd pretty much be not quite as bad as blood magic, but you would be using health effectively. Because remember, we've got to pull out cactus needles. Then we use the cactus needles and the infusion to make more. And I think there was actually a way to make sand. Sand. I forget exactly. Maybe it was sandstone that you could make. But there was this whole thing about, you know, you started with basically a cactus and some sand and some sandstone, and from there you built everything, and you got trees and crazy stuff. Let's see if I can remember this. So for example, if I take this and that gives me a cactus fruit on a needle. Pop that down. Was it like this? And now we have an acacia sapling. So that would have given you wood and whatnot to begin building out your platform and stuff like that. So once you got the apples, you know, I'm not terribly interested in like wasting my acacia sapling since I don't have one. Let's see if it works with one of these. Pop the apples in here. Ooh, I'm hurt. Remember, cactus fruit of healing. And boom. That gives me an oak sapling. So yeah, it's a very interesting and cool way to start. I really like that part of the pack. I'm not as thrilled about these as I recall I've mentioned to you folks. So I'm starting to get there as far as wheat and stuff like that. Toss these in here. I'm probably going to be using this later, so I'm going to hold on to it in here. Another hopping bonsai plant. So do we have another chest? How about some planks? How about some oak? So I think we're actually going to progress a little bit down the Britannia line. I've actually got at this point enough. Put that here. And put the hopping bonsai on top. We'll get some dirt. happened to my acacia sapling? So yeah, these are not fast, but I just started them, and while I'm doing other things, they'll collect. So it's not super a big deal. So if we come over here, this is full. At this point, we've got cows and chicken and sheep and crazy stuff. This one is full. That's full. That's filling. So we've actually got quite a bit of mana to play with at this point. So we're going to progress along this just a little bit further. So we have a good supply of the various redstone and iron and metals and stuff like that. So let's throw this in here. And let's see what we have in Botania. We'll check the quests as well. Also, because I made the drawers, look, we've got more redstone. That gives us diamonds and crazy things like that. So, Botania, we need to get to Sojourner Sash. Okay. So what do we need for that? Sash. So this is going to require Rune of Air, Rune of Earth, some leather, and some Mana Steel. Well, how do we get leather? Now I realize there's a cow over there, but I'm not super excited about killing the cow. So if we make an alchemy catalyst, blaze rods, molten cores. So I believe that we have some molten cores over here. Alright, so we'll clear this out. Do that. We'll give one crafting. So now we need some cobble. Okay, we're just gonna we'll toss that there. I mean, it's the only one we really need a lot of. Cobble. So now we need some living stone. So let's grab some gold really quick. Two, three, four. Let's head over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mana pearl. Because again, so many Endermen. Boom. Crafting table on a stick. So this thing is super cool. I love it. I love it a lot. Most of our you know what? Let's make another mana pool. And I realize we have 1 million of them, but let's do this. So we want to put this here. Then we'll put that there. Put this back. And then, do we have another spreader in here? Seven. petals, so we've got a lot of pink. So here's kind of my plan here. So that is immediately going to fill this, and that'll give us storage up here. Now, seeing how rapidly it fires, this should be a good example of, you know, the benefits of having a mana spreader right up against your runic altar. And when we get to crafting, if we have another mana pool here, then we can just have 4 mana spreaders, each pointing into that, and that should make our crafting, I wouldn't quite want to say an instantaneous, but pretty fast. And the other benefit is now we can come over here, fetch some rotten flesh up. Just need a zombie or a skeleton or something. So they didn't used to escape. That's pretty interesting. All right. So that's taken care of. Got a lot of stuff there. So we've got a piece of leather. We needed what? How many? 4? That's less useful. I wonder if I have any in here. Let's check. Rotten. Apparently AgriCraft is running into a problem. Highly advanced. Machine frame. I think the pumpkin seeds can really just go away. My pumpkin seeds are already better. These are fire protection. Anyway. So in the short time we've been over here, that has filled quite a lot. More than enough to do this. Guess who's got leather? So, and we'll be using the, also if you notice, there's a pattern in the bottom there and there isn't one here. That's how you know whether there's one. And then this one will probably have the conjuration catalyst, which means we'll probably need a second one of these. But the ability to convert one thing to another, so watch, check it out. Catalyst uses. So that makes the conjuration catalyst, and then conversions, bellethorns, you know, large flowers to small flowers, rotten flesh to leather, you've seen that. Different kinds of wood convert, different kinds of saplings, so spruce, birch, jungle, and this is typically how you would get chocolate. So dark oak. Normally the block of quartz doesn't actually break down, which is why I believe that Vasky, the creator of Botania, made this recipe so that you could break it down. Same for the glowstone. Glowstone, you can break it, but you get up to 4. You don't always get 4. So the different kinds of quartz, these are actually from Botania. You can get colored quartz. You can convert chiseled bricks, snow to ice, which is a much more useful thing than you'd expect. Back and forth vines to lily pads, different fish, which can be important. Different things. So once you get cocoa, you can get seeds. Wheat gives you potatoes. Potatoes gives you carrots. Carrots gives you beetroots. Beetroots give you melon. Melon gives you pumpkin. Pumpkin gives you cocoa beans. So it's a big circle. Blaze rods gives you nether warts. Flint and gunpowder are interchangeable. So this used to be 4. And I'm not sure why it's now 3. It's not a big deal to us. We've got plenty. So this is a big one. Cactus to slime balls. So that's not going to be as useful to us because you can go back and forth. So you can grow cactus and then use the cactus to make as many slime balls as you need. This is going to be cool because all the ender pearls we're getting. Glowstone to redstone is going to be pretty cool. I do not know what the nether is like here, but all the redstone that we're getting means that we probably won't have to worry about it because we can get glowstone. We can get gas tiers. So I'm hard-pressed to think of much. This is going to be the fastest way to make sand now because we don't have to go through the intermediary step. Terracotta turns into red sand. Clay balls breaks down. This is a great conversion here if you accidentally make too many bricks. Dirt to coarse dirt is okay, I guess. Stone to andesite, that can be useful in recipes. Andesite to diorite, diorite to granite. Again, some recipes are good like that. So yeah, you can see, it just cycles through all the flowers. This is cool. The fact that we can get prismarine shards without having to go anywhere. Now, it would be nice if we could do chorus, but I don't honestly see that happening. We are probably going to use this prismarine thing in a little bit. Yeah, you can definitely see where the alchemy catalyst there is helpful. And then the conjuration catalyst, it's definitely higher up on the spectrum. We need to get to pixie dust and elementium, which elementium is elven trade. So I mean, we're not super far off of that. But if we look at our uses and the mana pool, it just gives you more of whatever you're doing. So once we have that, pretty much just this stuff costs mana. So you can tell, you may not be able to see the differences in the costs, but some things cost more mana than others. So being able to start with 1 and then just make more. Yeah, see how fast that is? So yeah, it's a great way to go. We're probably never going to need to seriously farm animals for leather anymore because we're going to get so many. I'm not quite ready to automate this because there's not a lot we need to do with it. Yeah, there's just not a lot we need to do in this. Because we simply don't have the storage capacity yet for fully automating that. I mean, we've got this, and it's cool, but you can see that we're already approaching how many stacks it can hold max. Broken shovel, slime pearls. Slime pearls, I remember that they were very cool. I just don't remember what they're for. So that's 25 minutes. What were we going to do in Britannia? So we need to get up to Terra Steel. So, and I'm going to try and set up some of this off camera because it's quite a journey. There we go. Functional flora. So, come on, where is it? So let's look for Terra Steel. So Terra Steel requires the terrestrial agglomeration plate set on top of a checkerboard pattern of lapis lazuli blocks and living rock. So we need 5 lapis blocks, which is going to be 45 lapis total, 4 living rock, and then we need the plate. So this is the crafting recipe for the plate. And you can tell we're going to need more lapis for this. And then we're going to need a block of mana steel. The mana steel is not going to be super difficult. You haven't seen me make it yet because we've been, well, you might have seen me make 1 or 2. But it's just iron in a mana pool with mana in it. So we'll make, so I'm going to go ahead and grind the runes. You've seen me make the runes. They're very simple. Only one I haven't made at this point is the Rune of Fire. You saw me make the Rune of Mana. We'll have to make another one of those. Rune of Fire is going to be pretty simple. It's just going to be nether warts, gunpowder, nether brick, and mana powder. This is going to be the hardest thing, I think, because I believe that we have nether wart in here. Yeah. So, and this isn't actually going to be all that challenging. I'm just going to make a stone barrel. You have stone in here? So if we do this, then we take these out, do that, do that. Oh, no, that was really weird. I really want these, thanks. Like so. Stone barrel, single crafting. Now we just take a piece of redstone. And then we take a bucket. So we have a stone barrel and a quest. Lucky us. But you never thought we'd complete a quest. So we'll grab a bucket of lava. Stone barrel. Now the stone barrel is very cool. We'll be using it for quite a few things. But for right now, there's that. That's not super challenging. I am going to have to figure out how I want to automate more of this. So what we'll do for the moment is we'll grab 2 stacks of this and we'll just feed it through. So nether wart. Oops. Nether wart. So what did we say it was? Nether wart, mana steel, mana powder. So we need 2 gunpowder. Iron. That's it. Okay, so this is actually going to be pretty quick. So we're going to toss this in here. We're going to take a brief moment to link that. We're going to go toss that in there. So watch how fast that goes, right? So this is basically the fastest way I know to make runes, is this setup here. Once we have the last alchemy stone, the last catalyst under here, and we have all of these going, I'll have 4 mana spreaders directly on it. By that time, we'll have the terrestrial agglomeration plate, and yeah, so now we have each of those and a mana rune. So yeah, we'll have the terrestrial agglomeration plate, and everything should be pretty good. Now let me show you the difference. See how slow that is? If I do that, see how much faster it goes? So, I mean, that's pretty much the plan here. We're just gonna grind for lapis. I don't quite have enough lapis now. I don't think I have enough lapis. Okay, I have plenty of lapis. So, right. So can we make a spark really quick? Spark. How about petals? Lapis. Weird. We might actually be able to do this. We don't have enough. There's no way we have enough mana for this, I don't think. The agglomeration plate. Let's try dropping some of this in here. Is that more iron? Yeah, so this is how you build it. I didn't actually intend to be doing it this episode. In fact, I intended to be done approximately 13 minutes ago. Let's check the book really quick to make sure. Okay, so I've done that exactly backwards. And dumped those into the void. Whoa, that was weird. So my favorite thing to do here is I just pop that there, and I'll pop that there. I think you can, there you go. So one of the things that the sparks do for you, and if I make a couple of other ones, actually, we'll do this on the next episode. I'm definitely going to call it here. I'm going to make a couple more sparks, and we'll just see how this goes. So thanks for coming. Catch you guys later. If you liked it, leave a like. If you don't like it, don't leave a like. Tell me why in the comments below. Questions, comments, concern also can go in comments. You folks have a great night.